What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back for another episode review of Queen Sugar. Baby, let me just tell y'all this. The OWN app is coming in handy, baby. The OWN app is really coming in handy because I literally thought that I was going to have to wait till 11 o'clock, no, 10 o'clock to look at the episode again because I was at work. The last couple of weeks since Queen Sugar has come back on, I've been home because I've been off those days. Now my schedule fluctuates in various days when I'm off. So normally I work on Tuesdays and we don't get off until 8 o'clock. And so by the time I get off, the show done went off, and then I have to get the second showing if I don't got it on the DVR. Girl, I don't put that shit on the app right afterwards. I said, all right. And then my ass gonna take my... Girl, what is going on? I came straight in, went and go put some clothes in the washing machine. I said, child, what is happening? You was home all week and you just... Girl, I guess. Sometimes you just get a burst of energy. But anyway, here we go. Queen Sugar Season 7, Episode 3. Slowly and always irregularly. Let me tell you something. I just know one thing. By the end of this season finale, or I should say series finale, my family has to get a win. My family has to get a win because I am so tired of seeing them down in the dumps. It's like they see the light right there. They see the finish line, and then somebody just come through and just mess that shit up. And I'm just so freaking mad and tired of them getting beat down. Damn, can niggas get a chance? I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm just in my feelings. Oh. But anyway, we get up into the episode because the episode starts off with Ralph. Girl, what's that on my shoulder? Lint. We see Ralph, he getting ready or whatever. They about to go down to the farmer's market and all that stuff. But Ralph is in his feelings, because this whole co-op stuff was him and Darla's idea. Mostly Darla, because Darla made it known to us that it was her idea to come up with this co-op shit. I said, I know that's right, Darla. Put your goddamn foot down and let everybody know what's going on because people got you effed up. But anyway, he feels some type of way about the fact that, Miss Parthena, she's just this strong-willed woman, and they tried to knock her down a peg by taking her stuff, turning her into a weak woman. Like, you literally took her home. And it's like, what are we gonna do about it? All Darla can do at this moment is try to uplift her man and be like, you know what, we got this, it's not your fault. And he just feels so bad, okay? And I was like, oh, Ralph shows that he has such a good heart, because he's just feeling all of what everybody's going through. And plus, it was his and Darla's idea, and he was spearheading to come up with this co-op and how everybody, all the black farmers come together, and we were supposed to get this money, and we were supposed to do this and all this stuff, and things not falling through the way that they supposed to fall through. Pause. And I got a question. Okay, now granted, like, I seen somebody say something about the reason why Charlie, and I'm talking to the people that watch me from Queen Sugar. Sarah, what's going on, Miss Girl? You all up in my Twitter and everything, but why Charlie and Blue ain't on this season? Is Blue coming in later? We saw him FaceTime in on the first episode with Charlie, but girl, what's going on with Miss Charlie and Mr. Blue? Okay, now I done seen some stuff about Miss Charlie. I don't know if she coming back, but I want to know what happened. I mean, you ain't got to tell to everybody. You could just hit me up in my DMs or whatever, and we can talk. You know what I'm saying? I give you my number, all that stuff. Just give me a little bit of secrets. I'm in the show finna go off anyway. But anyway, what's going on? Meanwhile, we see, what's his name? Micah, he a little excited, right? He see Kiki with the professor dude. And I don't know, like, it's just like funny energy around Micah and the people that's, that he's trying to get in good with. It's like, I don't know if they looking at him because, oh, you Michael West, and, you probably feel like you... Bitch, is Davis gonna make an appearance? I hope the fuck not. I've only saying that because they bringing everybody from the goddamn past back, okay? And you know how I felt about Charlie and Davis getting back together last season. Oh, I was not here for that mess because ain't no way in here. I don't think in real life she would have did no shit like that. I felt like that was a weak move. Like, girl, we don't go backwards, we move forward, okay? That was embarrassing. But anyway, so, I just feel like they feel some type of way about him. Like he probably gets stuff a little bit easy or whatever. They probably got misconceptions and already perceived notions of him and don't even know him like that. He go over there telling Kiki and the professor, look, my first painting or whatever, my picture, it got accepted and it got sold and all that stuff and woo woo woo. And instead of giving him like props, saying, okay, congratulations, this is what we need to do, this is just the first step. Baby, the professor was like, I mean, that's cool and all, but you ain't no artist just because you sold a picture. That don't mean no artist, okay? That, you got to determine whether or not you up in this game just for monetary payment or whatever, because that ain't nothing. That ain't no true artist that makes you. I said, well, damn, bitch. Say congratulations and be like, all right, let's continue on honing who you are as a person, as an artist, or, trying to get you out there. And if he would take the time to get to know Micah, you would know Micah is not doing this just for the money. You know what I'm saying? He really wants his photography to get out there, And Kiki, they showed, Micah showed her the photo. It was the photo that he took of him and Isaiah. And she was like, so that's your man? She was like, listen, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do. I'm down with it and everything. He was like, no, that is not my man. Let me just tell you this. Why they keep on putting this up in the air with Micah's sexuality? Like, he has not said he's gay. He has not said that he's pansexual. He has not said that he's bisexual. But he has not said that he's completely straight yet. He has not really mentioned anything about his sexuality. It's just implied that he likes women because we see women on the show that he be messing around with. But then you put this air of Isaiah out there and people still asking questions, and then Zane coming up on him asking the same questions and giving him all these extra hugs and stuff. And it was just like, what's going on? Kiki said, what's good? Because I got some friends that want to talk to you or whatever. Truth be told, they can't even believe that I was used to date you back in the day or whatever. But yeah, I said, all right. Meanwhile, Kiki and him, they kicking it at the crib. It's after 12:30. I saw the time on that clock. It said 12:32. And while y'all still up in there drinking wine, you know what I'm saying, going over photography and stuff, he had another picture or whatever, but Zane really wasn't here for it. He said it was Black History Month. And he said, fuck that. I'm finna put this shit up myself. Girl, I said, what's going on with Miss Kiki and Mr. Micah? They trying to get that old thing back. Kiki trying to slide up in there. And I ain't even mad at her, girl. Go ahead and get your thing back. Cause he giving off the vibes. Micah at this point, he in his whole stage. Okay, I feel like he in his whole stage because every time we see him, he with another woman. Okay, it ain't the same one. I said, all right. Meanwhile, one particular moment, when he was telling Nova about the NFT and all that stuff, she said, "Girl, what? Micah, what the fuck is the NFT? I still don't get it, baby. I'm right there with you." I don't care. I keep on telling y'all, I don't care how many times you explain it. You can tell me the layman's terms, okay? You can spell it out and Ashley still won't get it. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it nor the purpose. Meanwhile, you got Nova up there talking to Dominic about what's going on because she came in late because she was out there with Mo, and then she had to go deal with Parthena. And so, was telling him about with the whole situation with, Parker coming in and being the ops, all right, trying to get the land overturned and all this shit. They was like, Mo said, why don't we do like a ring shout? I said, a ring shout? What's that? Y'all know I be on indigenous TikTok, okay? And baby, it is so beautiful. Like, I went through this phase. I really did. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I went through this phase that I was just all up into indigenous people. I was looking at the Native Americans and, getting into the different tribes and looking at their cultures and everything. And then, I was doing that in conjunction of looking at the African cultures and slavery and all that shit. Bitch, I have my moments. I have my moments where I would just go down a rabbit hole, of history. I just do that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, this is, what is it, like a little powwow or something? You know, for the Native Americans, is that what it would be, you know, when they had their powwows and they get together and they do the dances and stuff, which is so powerful and so beautiful. And so I figured it's something like that. I want to look it up and I want to do a little bit more research on it because Dominic knew a whole bunch of shit about it. And it's in different cultures, different African cultures and everything, and the Gullah culture. I was like, wow. Now let me tell you something. Now some people may not be here for all of that knowledge or whatever. You know, Nova was a little thrown off. She was like, well, damn, bitch, you a little nerdy and everything. And I said, it was a turn on. It was a turn on because I was like, oh, wow, you know, because my whole thing is if you're going to be with me, I mean, I'm a little hood when I need to be a little hood, but baby, don't just talk to me about what I do, okay? We got to have intellectual conversation, like stimulate my mind, okay? Open up my mind to new shit that we can actually expound on. And I could be like, what? Because that shit's sexy as hell. Like, girl, I don't want no dumb person that don't know how to keep a conversation. And I'm sitting here looking at you like, so are you talking about smoking weed and what's on TV? That's it. And drinking. I don't want to do all that. Okay? Like, stimulate my mind in other ways, bitch. You know? I said, Dominic, let me tell you something, Nova. You need to figure out a way how to get Dominic to stay your boyfriend and how to get Mo as your girlfriend and how to get Dominic on the same page as Sharon, Mo, and y'all to be a throuple. Because it's the perfect match. It's the perfect goddamn match, bitch. Meanwhile, you know, you got Ralph Angel down there with Billy, you know, talking to the other farmers about what happened with Miss Parthena. And, you know, Billy basically giving them this little speech about not giving up hope because hope is not lost. Baby, why her husband come up in there, bitch? Vince popped up. Lamar Rucker. Bitch, I said, listen, Jacob from Greenleaf. Girl, I said, what's going on, Mr. Sir? Why are you here? He said, listen, my wife ain't talked to me in 6 months, okay? Every time I try to call this lady, she call, you know, putting the phone down or whatever and not answering the phone. And, you know, at first I was down here and I understand that, you know, you was down here for your daddy fall. You was coming here, you was talking to me and everything, but then all of a sudden it goes days without hearing you, weeks without hearing you, now months. It's always an excuse. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to Vince, I don't know if it's because of her trauma, which I'm pretty sure it is because of her trauma, you know, because he lets on the reason, you know, because when he gets to Prosper House, he was just like, I just didn't realize that this town and your house or whatever would be like this because of the way that Billy kind of like avoided it like the plague. And, you know, the main reason why Billy is going through what she's going through and why she did not want to come back down there to St. Joseph Parish or whatever in Louisiana is because of the things that went down when she was younger. The way, you know, by ex-husband attacking her and, you know, people talking mess about her and all that stuff. And she was just a young kid. She was a teenager, you know, and she felt like she had nobody. That is trauma, you know, and while she was down there, all of that trauma got stirred up. And it probably just pushed her back away from Vince. And she's probably realizing some things about herself. Now, what it is she realizing, Ashley don't know. And I wish she just go ahead and tell her man what's going on because he is yearning for it. Because I understand where Vince is coming from, but I also get where Billy is coming from. You cannot force somebody to tell you what is wrong with them when you want them to. But at the same time, I get that I'm trying to be here for you, but you won't open up to me. Like, you can open up to me. Please open up to me. I am begging you. Like, you're supposed to be my spouse. You're supposed to be my lover. You're supposed to be who I'm married to, who we supposed to do life with. But yet you are pushing me away. You are avoiding me. Bitch, I am going through some shit like that with a certain friend. I was like, damn, Vince, I can understand. I get it. Because sometimes you get those people that be like, I don't want to be a burden to people, so I just keep my stuff inside because I know they going through their shit, so I'm not going to say nothing or whatever. Or it's just that that's how they deal with stuff. They close off and they push away and they just shrink back instead of realizing that they got people there that's actually wanting and willing to help. But in Billy's case, like, she got a lot to work through. And feel like it's some other stuff that's going on as well, you know? And so Vince trying to figure it out, and he was like, listen, it's late. Why don't we talk about this and hit it up again in the morning? I said, ain't shit else to talk about. That lady is not ready to come home with you and probably don't even want to come home with you at all. You know, she probably still love him like she said, but she is probably not in love with him and just want to let that go. Baby, we seen Chantel. We seen Chantel pop up in this bitch. I said, look at Reagan Gomez. I said, all right, what's gonna happen? I said, now Nova, you got your ex, you got your new boo, and you got your possible boo all in the same. What? I said, leave it to Nova. But see, you know, she works with the newspaper, so she's helping with the press and stuff to get out there about the ring shout and everything. And then she did tell her, you know, as when it comes to talking to Dominic or whatever, you need to open up and you need to let that man in. Because you do the same thing that you do all the time. When you feel like your love life is going right, all of a sudden you find a reason to push away and not let them in. Let that man in, okay? Meanwhile, you know, you got that going on. And that's what Dominic wanted. Like, they had a moment where she trying to fuck him. And he like, listen, girl, I want to, you know, I just feel like I ain't gonna have the same thing that, you know, you have with Mo and Chantel. She was like, what you mean? Because we women or whatever. I mean, yeah, also, but you open up a side to them, like you give them things. And she was like, well, when I'm with different people, they get different sides of me or different parts of me. And he said, well, damn, girl, which part I'm gonna give to you that ain't nobody else ever had? She said, you gonna get all of me. I said, oh. Remember when Jill Scott was sitting at the table on Why Did I Get Married at the end, and she was like, oh, that's what I just sounded like in my head. Oh, I said, you better. I said, oh, Nova, don't fuck this up. I like the fact that Chantel put her ass on blast. She said, look at Dominic. You way better than the white cop that she was going after. I said, well, good goddamn. We don't need to bring that up, okay? Leave that in the dust, bitch. Meanwhile, you got the stuff going on with goddamn Darla and Vi. I love their relationship because y'all know Vi couldn't stand Darla ass after the shit that happened with Blue and how she found Blue and everything. She could not stand Darla ass for nothing. Now they goddamn business partner, okay? Listen, they sitting down there at the cafe or whatever, the diner, and talking to the man that was at the I think he used to work at the grocery store or something like that. We've seen him before. He was wanting to do the distribution and get her stuff like probably on a national level. And, you know, that's why she was meeting up with him so that they can go back on that because at first Vi didn't want to do it. And so, you know, he was like, I don't want to waste your time, but I'm about to retire, so I don't know if I can really help you. She said, listen, you can get some pie and you can sit your ass in. You can tell me what I need to do. And that's it. And he was like, all right, cool. That's what you need to do. That's what we're going to do. They take it down to the farmer's market and Darla and Vi having this conversation. And you see Vi having a lot of doubt. Like, should I even go through all this? Because it was a lot of stuff that he had told her that she needs to do. And sometimes when you think about things like, it is very overwhelming to start a business, to put a product out. And that's probably, I'm going to be real with y'all. I could have did some things and I've turned down some opportunity for some things just because I get in my head too much. And sometimes I am literally scared to just push myself out there. And I know I missed some things that probably would have made me like blow up, you know what I'm saying, in the best way possible. But it's just that sometimes I get into my head and I be like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. I'm too scared to do that, you know, and I just be thinking about all the what if this go wrong? What if that goes wrong? I just not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that'll stop you. And people, we have to stop doing that. And that's easier said than done. And so it was good to have Darla standing there with Vi and basically calling her out like, girl, this what you want to do. Don't think local. We already took care of that local stuff. We got to put you on a national front. Okay? You can't sit here and be scared or anything like that. Meanwhile, you got Ralph over there talking to his ex-girlfriend, okay, about, setting up there and how come I guess Darla was trying to set up at the farmer's market and they couldn't get a booth or something like that. That's what it sounded like it was. And Darla was saying that it would have took a little bit longer, and Trent was like, nah, it was just because I was able to pull some strings. That's why she was able to get a booth. They get to talking about some things, and Ralph want to start, spilling his guts about how Darla just don't understand. See, because Trent was talking about, family legacy and what her family and her mama went through and all this stuff. And he was like, listen, you get it. Darla, sometimes I just feel like she just don't understand what it is about legacy and everything. Bitch, why they walked up? Because at first, the ex-girlfriend was like, hold up, partner. First of all, what we not gonna do is we good and we exes or whatever, but we ain't those type of exes that spill dirt and talk shit about our current. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do. And so when she said that, he was like, nah, I'm just saying, Darla don't know nothing about legacy. Girl, Darla popped up and said, Darla don't know what? What is it that Darla don't know? I said, fuck. Now Darla pissed, okay? Darla pissed because you up here telling this lady about shit and you're not coming to me. Don't come to your ex about any problem. Granted, I'm sitting here looking at it and I was like, damn, Darla, did you really need to blow up like that? But it's the principle, bitch. That's your fucking ex. Don't talk to your ex about our issues, even if it's just a little bit of stuff. And it ain't really that much of an issue. It's just something that was on your mind that you should have talked to Darla about. It be the smallest shit that'll make a person blow up, okay? And, Darla really wasn't up. It was just that, like Hollywood said, Darla wants to be your partner. You shouldn't want to feel like you have to take on the responsibility of taking care of the household, taking care of everything. Darla wants to be your partner. Because like Darla had to put out there, you don't play me fucking short. This goddamn co-op idea was my idea. And don't act like I ain't done shit and I don't know what's been going on. Shit, bitch, I was there for you. I was there for you when the fucking farm was doing all the shit that it was doing, bitch. What you talking about? The baby was hanging off my titty and I was still there. What are you talking about? I said, you better go off. You better go out. That's how I interpret it. You know what I'm saying? She was really mad. She was really mad that she had every right to be at that point, and Hollywood had to set him straight. And I love the scenes when Hollywood get him together all the time, And by listening to what Darla was saying, it prompted Vi to go ahead and say, listen, girl, you're going to be my business partner because I know you feel like you overlooked, but you have been having all of these great ideas and you've been helping me out and I want to pay you and I'm giving you this money and you're gonna take it because you never asked for anything, never asked for $1 in this whole situation. And I said, oh my God, that is Darla has come a long way. They have come a long way. I said, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And y'all want to know what else is beautiful? Prosper and Sandy sitting down there having a little dinner date. They talking about their exes and, when your partner passed away, your husband passed away, how long was before you started dating? Did you start dating somebody? Did you start dating somebody? And, this and this. I just love their little scenes and everything. It's so refreshing to see people in love. Like, black love is everything. I'm just going to tell you that. Meanwhile, what else was going on in the episode? I know they did get to the shout episode, okay? The ring shout, right? Nova was a little bit nervous. She was a little bit nervous. Now, see, Dominic's supposed to be going out of town to Sudan, okay? And, she was asking, was they going to be able to actually talk or whatever. He said, the Wi-Fi is a little spotty out there a little bit probably, but actually you can come with me. And she was like, come with you? He said, yeah, I can write. You can write any way you want to write. You know what I'm saying? And I said, to be honest, I understand that you're trying to get these people, to make this land for this where this massacre happened, a historical site. But you can spare a couple of weeks to go out there with your man. You can spare that. Okay, go on with your man, girl. You know? So the ring shout comes and she's a little nervous. You got Mo there, you got Chantel there, you got the press there, you got Dominic there, you got everybody there. And I don't know if this was Ralph's first time or, you know, probably wasn't the first time, but one of the few times he's been back on the land since they lost it, you know. And so they get together and the family is there. At one point, I forgot to mention Micah. He found this little video of Charlie when she was younger, saying that she wanted to be the president, whatever. Which is kind of funny because she's running for the Senate and everything, councilwoman or whatever she was running for, and so you got that going on, and then what wound up happening? The ring shout actually happens. You know, Nova gets up there, give her little speech. And I don't know. Like, I need to look into more about Rutina Wesley because the way, I probably said this before, but she, an orator. She has got to have come from a long line of orators. Like, I want to know if she done her family lineage and whatever, because wow, like every time she speaks, she doesn't have a regular speaking voice. It's just like, it's very soul touching, you know. I be sitting here looking like, girl, what? I feel it. Amen. Well, what's going on? Like, it be touching me. I said, you know, it's very powerful. And she can be saying some simple ass shit, and I can be like, yeah, I felt that shit. Go walk down to the corner. It's just so poetic, you know what I'm saying? It's intoxicating. But y'all can tell I love this show. Y'all can tell I love this show, because, you know, good shit, good shit. And she started talking about the land, started talking about the ancestors, started talking about her mom, you know, and that, and I forgot the mama was buried on that land that no longer is theirs. And then so they started doing the ring shout, right? Everybody is having a good time, and we're getting into the spiritual aspect of it. And who comes along? Sam Landry. I said, now don't start no shit, Sam. Take your ass right back. And he had the cops with him, right? I said, turn your ass back around. Come on now, stop it. At one point, he looked, and he was about to start some stuff. And I don't know if he saw Vi, and they connected eyes or whatever. I really want to know the history between Vi and Sam. Because I don't know if it was because he saw Vi, and I don't know if it's because he saw the press out there. It could be the combination of two or one or the other. But as soon as he saw that, he just turned the back around. I said, I know that's the fuck right. Don't break shit up. Don't come up here with your bull, all right? But anyway, that was Queen Sugar. If I missed anything, you guys put it down in the comments. And I will see you guys later. Peace. Let me put my clothes in the dryer.